Welcome, Sagittarius, to your Astro Dice reading for March. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. And cross-watchers, of course. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you and your Astro Dice. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month, using only one of the 12 houses. Okay, best message, please, for the beautiful Sagittarius. What is going on with you, Sag? Look at that. Having the South Node coming into the 5th house with some Taurus energy going straight into that love and romance. Talking about that South Node. South Node is talking about behavioral patterns and the roots of the life reactivated as you experience them again and bring them into resolution. So talking about that karmic. Connecting to your past karma. Ooh. Something that you think that maybe was gone and over with could be coming back around. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. The goddess within, your sacred spirit center and quiet dignity, using that Vesta card for the north and south nodes. So definitely talking about something that you thought was long gone is coming back around. So let's see, doing it Taurian style. The good thing is it's slow and relaxed. So that's a good thing. The energy around you shows an abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, productive, yet relaxed and slow. And going straight into the 5th house, where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. So some kind of feels like unfinished business, behavioral patterns, things that you see coming back around. Let's see. So getting straight over here, let's see what's going on at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month for you. Clarifying on this situation, please. Wow. Having material harvest coming around. So definitely it's having some kind of manifestation coming back around where it feels like you're in power of the situation. Wow. So where the discontent and boredom is, it feels like that is gone, right? 4 of Cups, gone. I'm not discontent. I'm not bored within this situation. There is definitely something going on. You may have, if you have this creative spark and you like writing or doing something like that that is creative and fun, you might be finding yourself doing those things again. I like to paint, so I want to paint again. These are the type of things, though, that also come out of this type of situation. So let's get our cards out. See what is going on over here. So having your material harvest. Doing things you are proud of, having things that you're manifesting, things that just seem to come back around. Maybe it's something you've thought about doing for a long time, and now you find the time to be able to do so. This can also increase your popularity as well with the material harvest. So all of a sudden you start painting again, people will be like, hey, let me buy that from you. I see that. Yep. Before it was like you were playing it small. You might have had some delays, couldn't do whatever it was that you needed to do. So now is the time to be able to do so. I do feel like it is something fun and creative that you guys are doing, right? Something that you have had to put off. But the karma is now kind of like saying it's time. It's time for you to get back into your creative side. You know, we're given these gifts, we're giving this creativity to be able to do things. So let's do it, right? Right. Where the power is, it's kind of like I was kind of isolated and worried. Well, it's just more because I didn't have the time. It feels very time, right? Maybe I did it a long time ago and I had kids and I don't have time to be writing stories. I don't have time to be painting. I've got all these other things to do, right? So now where the discontent and the boredom started, you're like, hey, I think I'm going to get back over here. It's where the fairness is coming through and it feels like you have the balance, right? And you have the cause and effect to come through, which is crazy because there's that law of attraction coming in saying, you know, I was looking at trying to find this happiness, trying to find something to do, wanting to get back to, you know, these projects that I used to do, whether it's sewing or however it is, working on that car, right? Maybe you put that car off, guys, right? And now it's time to get back. So it's time to get back to the fun and the creating things you are proud of. Definitely at the beginning of the month, finding the opportunities. For some of you, they could even bring in financial opportunities, which is great. So maybe your hobby, guys, you know, is fixing up that car and selling cars, flipping houses, sewing blankets, who knows. Okay, so in the mid-month, your heart chakra is really open and really finding that, you know what, I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm feeling really good, and I do have the recognition reward. Like I said, for a lot of you, there's going to be some kind of opportunity that increases your popularity. I felt it. I knew it, and here it comes. Right? I'm getting the recognition for, you know, the creating things that I am fun, you know, that I'm having fun with. Also having the recognition, the reward also within the romance area of your life. Let's not forget that romance area. It's like you're being recognized. Material, spiritual prosperity. For a lot of you, though, yeah, you are doing something that can actually increase your spirituality, because it brings you back to being who you are, having the recognition maybe within love or just the creative projects that you are doing. I don't know. Some kind of a job opportunity for the things you're creating could open up. Just a lot of different things going on over here, guys. It's just very warm, very friendly, very reassuring. You know, everybody gets scared when they hear karmic, but karmic can be good or bad, right? It doesn't always have to be the bad. No, we have good karmic deeds and bad karmic deeds, and this is where you're saying, I want my, you know, what I used to do come back around. And this is like a behavior that, you know, that is just fun-loving. Putting you into a really good area. You could even see the behaviors of your loved one, right, in the romance area kind of changing because maybe you've done something different. Maybe, you know, you're taking out time doing something. And yeah, this speeds up you moving up the ladder, getting back to yourself, making quick decisions. It could bring in some travel as well, going out and doing things that you love, going to places that you love, having fun, guys, right? Recognition, reward, having the Wheel of Fortune. There it is, that karmic coming back. It's this, you know, unpredictable change that you didn't see that was coming back around for your good luck, or your, you know, karmic life to be fulfilled. Wow, it's making a huge turning point within your life. The spiritual, material area of your life, though, this month in the mid-month, it is showing, though, that there is, you know, your knowledge and your understanding and your intuition is saying, yet, you know, even though I'm doing this, there could be a little bit of competition. Wow. So you might even be doing something that you love, that you're creating, that maybe adds competition to your life, right? You decided to do a YouTube channel because you enjoy doing something. For instance, you know, we'll just use the example of tarot. Maybe I always did tarot for friends. I did it for this and that. I've decided, you know what, I'm going to take it to the next level, make a YouTube channel. But there's a lot of competition out there. So I do feel like maybe I'm in a little bit of competition, right? Or my art is, or whatever it is, right? Or it could just be competition and challenge for love, right? In itself, in romance. Who knows, right? But however it is, it does feel like no matter what, you have the perseverance to follow through with whatever this is that's going around you, right? You're going to be very determined to get to where it is you need to do. So whatever attachments you had from the past, it's almost like, you know, it's coming back around for this behavior to say, let's do it a different way. Let's do it to where, you know, you don't feel like you're longing for it anymore. Let's get out there, explore what you can maybe even do with it. Hey, you know, a lot of the things that we used to do, we never could make money, and now today we can make money on these things, right? Like tarot, for instance. right? Besides just personal readings out in the world, really getting that recognition and reward, right? They see me. Look what they're doing. If you're going to YouTube, guys, you ain't going to make much money. I'll tell you that right now, right? I swear it's like you had a penny and you cut it into 18 pieces. That's what you're going to make. Okay, so, but it's great hobby money, right? It's great hobby money. You're helping. You're doing what you love. You're helping others out. So it could definitely be something where you're helping others out and doing something you really love. It just feels like it is a challenge and it is competition if you're doing something in that area. Like I said, if it's coming to love, you might feel like you're in kind of a protection mode, or a competition for this romance, okay? So with the foundations and achievements over here, you do have the rainbow for the stability coming in. So, wow, you do feel stable. You do feel like, I have control over my personal life. And it's really ushering in this huge change because of the Wheel of Fortune in the middle and the recognition of reward, right? So it's saying in the middle of the month, you're really setting the tone over here to really be strong and empowered, right? But remember, it is slow, guys, slow and productive. And maybe that's where the challenge is also coming from. It's like, wow, I thought that I would do this, but it is a little slow, but it makes me happy, right? Even if this love is trying to come towards you, it could be slow and productive. Meaning they're still coming at me, they're still paying attention to me, and I'm still getting my recognition and reward, but dang, could it take any longer for you to really open up to me, right? With the light over here, there is the sun and positive movement forward. So it does feel like whatever you are doing in the end of the month, there is definitely a change of excitement and thrill. And within the romance, right, or this thing that you're creating, could even be both. It just feels like you're really the star of the show and you're really shining over here, really getting that attention that's really needed and really wanting to follow through. Some of you are actually traveling too, for that fun and maybe the things you create, or going on some retreat with your loved one. However, could be, who knows, it could be all in the one. It does feel like, you're single and now you're mingling, right? You're ready to explore that romantic side with them. You do have the Empress with the foundations and achievements is showing, yes, the nurturing and the abundance again, right? Developing and accomplishing something and feeling very, I don't know, if your projects are really moving, then they could just keep continuing to keep, you just keep making them going strong, and really feeling like you're accomplishing that. Through a love relationship with the Empress, it's like the growth and the evolution of the love is really starting to grow. There is something that is going on over here towards the end of the month, to where even though you feel like you're in the limelight, you do feel like you're the star of the show. There could be someone around you, or something going on around here where it does feel like you have a little bit of defeat and a little bit of a collapse, right? Something has kind of stopped and it kind of hurts, right? It's got you backed into a corner and you're kind of like, ow, that one hurts. So be careful of that, because you do have that coming out, and that's something that you're saying, I didn't see that coming. Look, I have all this light and all this love and all this nurturing and all these wonderful things happening, and then boom, there's going to be some kind of loss, some kind of crisis, something that's going to make you feel like something has, I feel like it's defeat, because you have the challenge over here, so something does feel like it's a little more defeating, right? The celebration with the friendships, wow. However it is, you're still going to be focused and determined within the 5th house, guys, to keep that zest for life. You have this craving, you have all this attention and all this exhilaration coming through, but it does feel like there could be this like painful ending. If maybe it is the love. Maybe that was where the challenge was to begin with, where you felt like they were really loving you and nurturing you, but then they were like, yeah, but you know, I do love you, but maybe I'm not in love with you, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, or you're giving this painful ending to them. You're like, yeah, we tried, you know, and I do love you, but I'm not in love with you. I don't know. There's something going on over here where it just feels like there's some kind of defeat in the end. But like I said, no matter how it is, guys, there's still like the star of the show over here. It could be a friendship. Something does definitely feel like it's got you in some kind of area where it's just like it did not work. This piece did not work in the fifth house. Maybe you're made, you know, maybe you made all these paintings and they're all beautiful, and then you made one and it didn't work, right? It's like, darn, that mountainside, it defeated me, right? It could be something just as small as that, as a bunch of paintings are doing very well, and this painting really just wasn't working, and it defeated you. It pushed you up against the wall. You can't do it, and it's just driving you crazy. Whatever it is, it's showing you're not giving up. You're just going to take those wounds and you're going to continue going forward, right? So that's a good thing. Even if it's a relationship and you're like, we tried, and I'm just not feeling it, it's not something that's going to allow you to stay in any kind of energy that's a lower energy. It's just more of like, you know, first of all, a lot of you guys, Sag, I think you like kind of see it coming from the mid-month coming down. So I'll, you know, I don't know why, but it just feels like you kind of see this coming maybe around the 23rd, 25th or so. You're doing this thing that you're really trying to, you know what I mean, trying to challenge and trying to really, you know, keep up with, or you're keeping your defenses up, even though a love relationship is really working well. And in the end, you just see it, it's just like it collapses. But I think the only reason that, you know, you're keeping strong over here, really cutting out the boundaries and cutting out all the things, is because you already perceived it happening, because you're in the high priestess. So it's almost like my intuition says, this is either a go or a no-go, right? It's either going to work or it's not going to work. So I think you kind of already have that, but it still, even though it defeats you, it still kind of has you up against a corner, you know, up against that corner going, crap, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't something you wanted to happen, or otherwise you wouldn't be in competition mode. You wouldn't be, you know, in challenge mode to do so. But it is one of those things where it's kind of like a win or lose situation. And I think you already know that. So when it does fall and it doesn't work, it's kind of like, shit, I kind of seen that coming. And maybe you see it coming more in the negative than you did the positive. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to put my best foot forward, try to get this done. Whether it's this love or this, what I'm creating, right? You'll know when that time comes, right? And then it just says your intuition is open, and you know what? I'm just going to go, you know, give myself the cup of love. I'm going to go after the things that make me happy and just keep doing me, right? Because this is, you know, and doing the things I love, I'm going to go out. Maybe, you know I won't be single forever, however it is. Yeah. But yeah, it is a little depressing, that's for sure. It's definitely, you know, a loss and a grief, and it is depressing, because it does have that kind of like, well, shit, I tried to put that together, but it defeated me, you know? That was failure. That was not going to work. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just, that was it. So there is this, this disappointment of this failure. But it does show, right, that no matter what, I'm just going to keep going strong and doing what I'm doing. This is not a time to let, you know, defeating matters push me down, because I'm in the sunlight. I'm going strong over here. I'm living in the love and light. You know, I'm the star of the show, and I know exactly where I'm going, and, you know, so that's just the way it's going to have to be. And that's feeling the way it is because of the fire that's coming through. I have to keep going after what I'm passionate for. I'll, you know, figure it out. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye.